So it seems iPhone delays are a total possibility, and you won't like what we just heard. As yes, Apple is set to bring a major overhaul to its iPhones, but the most important one seems to be having at least some delays. Samsung is reportedly bringing some interesting changes to the design of the Galaxy S24 series, and if you thought OnePlus was getting boring, you should hear the crazy spec sheet of the OnePlus 12. I'm Jaime Rivera, and the simulation continues, even if I seriously have no clue what day it is anymore. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with Sony's PlayStation and the announcement of their launch of a pretty interesting device. A few months ago, the company announced Project Q, a handheld device that was more like a terminal of remote gameplay. And, they're back here with more. Say hello to the PlayStation Portal, which will allow users to play their PS5 games anywhere as long as they have Wi-Fi connectivity, meaning somewhere else in your same home. Sony says that you need at least 5 megabits per second internet speeds, but if you want to get the best possible experience, well, that's 15 megabits per second, which is why I mean stay at home. You can only play supported games that are installed on your PS5 console, and Sony says that the device will not support PlayStation Plus Premium cloud streaming. And no, you can't run any other games or media locally either, because why would you want to do that? Portable devices would never consider that. I mean, the Nintendo Switch has been doing it wrong all these years. Anyways, the PS Portal brings an 8-inch LCD with 1080p resolution, 60Hz refresh rate, as well as the same controller layout of the PS5 DualSense. It has a USB-C port, 3.5mm headphone jack, and top-mounted speakers. And as for the rest of the specs, we don't know them yet, so we'll probably have to wait until it launches later this year. Now, there is one thing that makes sense, though, and it's the price. $200 for a portable terminal that's more like an over-glorified controller is actually not bad. More coming soon. Now let's move on to Samsung, because it seems like the Galaxy S24 series will get some design changes that we weren't expecting. Right now, the S23 and S23 Plus have a flat back and with slight curves on the frame, and that's where the change is actually coming. It's been reported by Ice Universe that Sammy will likely flatten the side rails to be more like what we get on the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Z Flip 5 that are flat but not as sharp as an iPhone. Now on this first report, he didn't mention the Ultra aside from the camera improvements, but that didn't last. Ice then added that the upcoming Galaxy S24 Ultra will feature a flat display instead of a curved one, which is a first like ever. He also reported that it will be 79mm wide, which can only be explained by its flat design. The current model has 78.1mm of width thanks to the curved edges, and it's extremely unlikely for the bezels to actually grow in. Anyways, this information sounds kind of vague, and under normal circumstances, we would tell you to take it with a grain of salt, but this is Ice Universe. He rarely gets his galaxies wrong, so we'll see. But alright, grab some popcorn and let's talk about OnePlus, because we have new reports about the specs of their upcoming flagship, and they're kind of unreal. The OnePlus 12 is expected to arrive in January, but thanks to Digital Chat Station, we now have new details about what to expect, and it sounds like a beast. It'll be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, or whatever the name's gonna be, that you'll be able to pair with a whopping 24 gigs of RAM. And if you thought that's crazy, well, it starts at 16 gigs, which is a complete change to the company's base strategy. But wait, there's more. For the battery, we're getting a 5400 mAh unit with support for 100-watt fast charging when wired and 50-watt wireless charging. The camera will use then an unannounced IMX9XX 50-megapixel sensor, and next to it we have a 50-megapixel ultra-wide and a 64-megapixel 3x telephoto camera, which is periscopic. Now, according to previous rumors, it will have a 6.7-inch Quad HD Plus screen with a 120Hz refresh rate. We can also expect 256 gigs of storage, a 32-megapixel selfie camera, Oxygen OS 14 based on Android 14, and your guess is as good as mine as to how the price is going to look, but I mean, it looks like an Oppo Find X6 Pro, and that phone was great, so we'll see. And finally, for the most interesting, if not concerning news today, let's talk about Apple, because we have some worrying news about the iPhone 15 Pro Max or Ultra or whatever the name is going to be. Okay, so the new iPhones are expected to arrive next month, but a few weeks ago, we reported that at least some of the new models could be delayed due to different production issues. And that has been the case with the previous two lineups. Last year, the Plus model arrived weeks after the rest of the models, and some reports mentioned that we could see that happen again this year. However, it is now reported that it'll happen to the Pro Max. 9to5Mac reported that the disruption is likely to push the flagship model deliveries back by 4 weeks, meaning that if the current rumored event is apparently going to happen around September 13th, well, customers can expect that 15 Pro Max could be arriving around October 6th or 13th or around there. The reports do not mention any specific details about the reasons behind the delay, but that's it. Now, earlier this month, we heard that screen deliveries were behind schedule as OLED makers like LG and BOE weren't able to keep up with requirements, pushing Apple to increase demand from Samsung. But anyways, in today's question, let us know, which iPhone are you considering for this 15 lineup? Because obviously, as a creator, I'm looking for the Pro Max or Ultra, or whatever that's going to be, but the rumored base models are actually sounding pretty awesome. That's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media as our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me debate the obvious. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.